One of the responses I get quite often whenever I speak about having a savings plan is this. How do you expect me to have a savings when I make the barest minimum? And I think this is actually the wrong question or the wrong perspective to savings. If you make the barest minimum, or if you make so little that you don't even have enough to save, the question you should be asking yourself is, how can I earn more? Because there's really so much that you can save if you make the barest minimum. Let's assume that you make minimum wage in whatever country you live in. At the end of the day, there is so much you can save because you're going to have these bills that will be fixed costs that will not go away. And right now, many parts of the world are experiencing inflation, which means that the cost of food has gone up, the cost of transportation has gone up, the cost of rent and accommodation has also gone up. And that means that if you earn the barest minimum, all of those expenses have increased, which means that you have very little left, if at all, at the end of each month. And if that's the situation that you find yourself in, rather than you thinking of how can I save from the very little that I have, you need to start thinking on how to earn even more. Remember that, the likes of the transportation, the accommodation we live in, and the food that we eat, they are other people's businesses. And even those people are experiencing inflation, which means that they have to increase the cost of goods sold so that they can make a profit and so that they can live comfortable lives. And if you're working in a place where you're paid very little, many times you may not even be able to increase that salary. And so you are stuck. Which means that rather than me trying to figure out how to save from $20 that I'm earning, after paying all of my bills, and maybe I have $1 left that can barely do anything, the question is, how can I earn more? And this goes back to the skill sets that you have. You need to ask yourself some critical questions. Do I have skill sets that will allow me to earn more? Or do I have basic skill sets that anybody on the market has, which means that I don't have the opportunity to increase my income? If you're in a situation where you have basic skills that allow you to earn basic rewards, then it's high time for you to start looking at other skill sets that can help you earn even more. And it's possible. So you need to know that you can earn even more. You don't have to stay stuck in that job. There is a way out for you. And I'll share personal experience with you. When I joined the corporate force, my first job was a customer service job. And at that time, I knew that if I stayed as a customer service representative, it would take me forever to achieve my goals and to be able to live the kind of life that I wanted. I was able to realize that early on, and that made me pivot and go into project management because I knew that that was a much higher skill set that will allow me the ability to earn even much more. And so I want you to take a look at the skill sets that you have. What is the maximum pay that that skill set can bring to you? If you realize that this skill set cannot bring me so much more, then it's high time you start looking for other things for you to do. And one thing I like to tell you is that no matter how tough the market is, organizations still have to survive, which means that they still need skill sets that will enable them to float in the market and allow them to make a profit. And if you have the skill set that these organizations are looking for, you will find yourself a job. And that will be your first step into earning even more before you now start thinking about saving for investments, saving to diversify your income and whatnot. But if you don't even have enough at all, where you are almost unemployed, then the first thing you need to do is for me to up my skill. And one thing I also would like you to know is that you can be anything you want to be. You just have to believe that for yourself. And it doesn't matter where you came from. So your environment might have been, filled with poverty. It has nothing to do with you. That is that environment. You have the choice to leave that environment and be in another environment. And now these things might look, it's easier said than done. No, if you really believe and you choose a path to take, you can begin to walk that path on a daily basis until you achieve your goals and get what you want out of life. Not everyone had a silver spoon. Not everyone had a gold spoon. Many of us had to find our way out of the rut and get above average to live the comfortable lives that we live today. So your story can be different. You can write your story starting from today. You can decide, okay, I am tired of living this life. I'm tired of living from paycheck to paycheck. I'm tired of living in scarcity. I want a different lifestyle for myself. And then you can begin to ask yourself the questions of what should I be doing differently? What skill set can I expose myself to see the things that I can do that can earn me so much more? And those skills are in abundance, like they're all over the place. You can get started by going on Google. You have a phone. If you can watch this video, that means you have access to internet. You probably have a computer or you have a phone. And that means that you can do some basic research to be able to know what are the needs in my area? What are the needs in my environment? What are organizations looking for? You can go on job boards to see the skill set that is in high demand and then see whether you can go learn that skill set, which would then allow you to apply for jobs in that market. You have to first of all know what you want. Many times we live in lack because we don't even think that there is a way out for us. We don't even think that we can be successful. Even though we desire it, we don't actually sit down to really reason and say, you know what, I can actually be successful. What do I need to do in order for me to achieve success? Okay, what are the skill sets that I can learn today that will bring me more money? When you go online, you will find it. The top 20 skill sets for 2023, you will find it. And then you can begin your research to see the things that you need to do in order for you to get that thing that you desire. It is possible. And so when you want to build your wealth and you want to really live a successful life, you have to be intentional about it. And you need savings to get started. But now for you to actually even have a savings plan, you need to be able to earn and be able to save from what you earn. So if you fall into the situation where you're earning the basic minimum, and by the time you pay for your accommodation, you pay for transportation, you pay for food, you're already borrowing, then now you have got to up your skill. You've got to be able to earn more. And the only thing that money responds to is value. When you provide a service, you sell something to somebody else, whether it's in form of a product, in form of your skill set, or a service, you've got to give value. And in exchange for that value is when you get money. And so figure out the type of money you actually want to earn. And it's possible because it happened to me. It happened to a zillion one people across the world. It is possible. I remember when earning six figures was such a big dream. And then I would be like, okay, you know what? What do I need to do to be able to earn six-figure salary? That was the first question I needed to ask. And then when I asked myself that question, I started to find the skill sets that I needed to have in order for me to get into that bracket. You have to ask yourself the same question. What do you want? How much do you want to start earning? And then figure out, what do I need to do to allow me earn in this bracket? What skill sets do I need to have so that I know who to go sell that skill set to when I'm done learning that skill set? Every organization needs people to help them realize their objectives. And so if you have the necessary skill sets that an organization needs, you can earn money in return. And even if you decide to go a different route and you don't want to go the 9-to-5 route and you want to probably start your own thing, there are people in the market that need goods and services that solve a need for them. So you've got to figure out, what is that need I want to solve in my community? What do I want to give in exchange for this money that I desire? Those are the questions you need to ask yourself. And once you find the answers to those questions, then it's time for you to write out a plan and begin at once, whether you are ready or not. When I became a project manager and I wanted to switch career to become an agile coach, I needed to go find out, what do I need to do to become an agile coach? What do I need to do to become a scrum master at the time? And I started my research. And from there, I discovered that, okay, you need to take some certifications in order for you to get into this career path. And then once you take those certifications, you can then transfer some of the skill set that you already have as a project manager into this new field. And that was how I was able to transfer into another industry, into another skill set entirely. And I was able to upgrade my pay. And you can do the same. Nothing stops you. Your success lies in your hands and your ability to make accurate thoughts and take actionable steps on those decisions that you've made. Every great thing that we see here today all started with an idea. Once you have that idea to build wealth for yourself and earn even more, you can then turn those thoughts into reality. And one of the ways that you do that is to meditate on those thoughts day and night. The first time you think about leaving a particular situation to earn even more, it might come as a joke to you. The first time I'd be like, what are you even talking about? How can you be successful? Can you see your life? Can you see what you're living? Can you see how much you earn? We have those negative thoughts that come to our mind that kind of prevent us from taking that next step. But I want you to know that you're in control of your thoughts. So the same way those negative thoughts come your way is the same way you can override them with positive things. And so when that thought comes into your mind and it says, forget it, you will always be poor, remind that thought that, but is also a way out. I can also be rich, because it takes the same mind to either be rich or stay poor. And if I want to be rich, then I have to get on the other side of my mind where I'm thinking on positive things. And if I want to stay poor, I just have to stay on the negative part of it and think negative things, and I'll get the results of those negative thoughts. But if I want good things for myself, then I have to think of good things. And the more I think about good things, good ideas will come my way. And then I'll be able to get the right plan that I will need to implement in order for me to get out of this rut and earn even more. So these are the things I want to leave with you today. I want you to know that it's possible for you to earn more. I want you to actually start thinking about it, thinking about what more you want to earn. How much more do you want to earn? After you have that plan and you're convinced that you deserve to earn more and you can earn more, I want you to have faith that you can earn more. I want you to believe in yourself. And once you believe in yourself, I want you to take the step to go research on the things that you need to do in order for you to earn the more that you desire. It's not going to be easy, but it's possible. There are a billion people, a zillion people, 1,000 people out there who are making it on a daily basis. And you're no different. You have the same mind that they have. Regardless of the constraints or difficulties that you might be facing, you have a mind, and you've got to put that mind to work, because whatever we think of is what we become. So if you start thinking yourself as a rich person, as a successful person, as somebody who has more than enough, those ideas required for you to actually earn more and be more will come your way. So I want you to ask the right question. What can I do to earn more? Rather than you wallowing in that thought that says, I don't have enough to save. It's a change in mindset, a change in perspective. And that's all you need to get started. So I hope that the next time I have a topic about saving and investing, rather than you thinking to yourself that you don't have enough, you're asking yourself the right question of, what can I do to earn more? What skill set can I have and get today that will make me earn more so that I can save even more, invest even more, diversify my income, and begin to build my wealth? Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share with your friends. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you same time next week. Bye.